The roar of the engine shattered the silence of the airfield. On the radar screen of the Chinese air defense system, the scanning beam moved rhythmically, soothingly. The duty operator, sipping his now cold tea, lazily let his gaze slide over green flickering dots. Everything was calm, just as always, but suddenly a new mark, a signal, flickered for a second like a ghost in the night, then disappeared, only to reappear as if playing hide and seek. The operator cast a quick glance at the columns of hieroglyphs and numbers that had appeared in the upper right corner of the screen. The computer was analyzing the data, attempting to identify the target. Speed, altitude, radar signature. B-21 appeared on the screen in cold, emotionless letters. The duty officer's heart began to beat faster. He picked up the receiver and loudly announced into the microphone, "An unidentified aerial object detected, presumably an American B-21 bomber." At that very moment, deep within the command center, a red warning light flashed urgently, and the sharp sound of siren rang out. The Chinese military machine had awakened. The world once again found itself on the brink of another geopolitical crisis. A strategic American stealth bomber had been spotted in the skies over Taiwan, an aircraft capable of bypassing air defense systems undetected and carrying both conventional and nuclear munitions. This incident immediately sparked a storm of discussion among military experts and politicians on both sides of the Pacific. Was this a planned demonstration flight, an accidental incursion into airspace, or a deliberate message to China? Official sources in Washington refrained from commenting on the details of the operation. However, the very fact that such an aircraft appeared near territory that Beijing considers part of the People's Republic of China could already be seen as a provocation. The Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Defense wasted no time responding. Beijing expressed a strong protest and demanded an explanation from the United States, while simultaneously raising the combat readiness of its forces in the region. The question now was whether this episode would mark a new turning point in the escalating tensions, or both sides would manage to step back from the brink. For now, this remains a hypothetical scenario, but could it become a reality? And if so, under what circumstances? The Taiwan Strait remains one of the most volatile flashpoints on the global map. For China, Taiwan is an inseparable part of the country, whereas the United States supports the island as an independent democratic territory, supplying it with weapons and military assistance. The appearance of an American stealth bomber near Taiwan would not only heighten tensions in the region, but also serve as a demonstration of Washington's readiness to use force if necessary. This incident could provoke a new arms race in the region. The Chinese military would gain additional justification to modernize its air defense systems, increase the number of combat patrols, and conduct aggressive exercises in the Taiwan Strait. For U.S. allies in the region, such as Japan, South Korea, and Australia, it would be a signal that American security guarantees remain intact, but it would also raise the risk of these countries being drawn into a potential conflict. From a geopolitical perspective, this incident would take place against the backdrop of an intensifying rivalry between the United States and China, which has long extended beyond just one region. Economic warfare, technological competition, and diplomatic confrontations all create a setting in which any military maneuver is perceived as a potential step toward escalation. The roots of the Taiwan crisis date back to 1949, when, after the Chinese Civil War, supporters of Chiang Kai-shek retreated to the island of Taiwan, declaring it the Republic of China. Beijing has since refused to recognize Taiwan as a separate state, insisting that its reunification with mainland China is only a matter of time. For decades, the United States has supported Taiwan, officially not recognizing its independence but treating the island as a strategic ally. In 1979, Washington established diplomatic relations with the PRC, but simultaneously passed the Taiwan Relations Act, which allowed it to continue providing military assistance to Taipei. Since the beginning of the 21st century, tensions surrounding Taiwan have remained high. China has significantly increased its military budget, actively